Good day, Mr. Chairman, impartial panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, and my co-debaters. My name is Obepai Hotu, an SS1 student from the prestigious Regina Pacis College. I'm here to propose the motion that Nigeria should stop oil exploration and focus on renewable energy. Oil exploration is the extraction of oil from beneath the Earth's surface. Renewable energy is energy derived from natural sources that can be replenished at a higher rate than when consumed. As of 2016, Nigeria consumed 428,000 barrels of oil per day. While the country is a major oil producer, it is heavily reliant on oil, making it vulnerable to fluctuations in global oil prices. Due to the Nigerian economy, I believe that Nigeria should stop oil exploration and focus on investing in renewable energy. Here are my reasons. To begin with, diversification of energy means imagine the country depending solely on oil for its revenue. When something negative happens, it will have a huge effect on us all. Renewable energy provides a lot of options such as solar energy, wind energy, biomass energy, hydropower, etc. In this case, there's a low possibility on the country having a downfall due to the many varieties that renewable energy provides. Also, improved global cooperation. Renewable energy serves as a means of development of revenue for the country. It reduces the rate at which the country's income is spent on importing energy means from other countries. This way, we can see other nations as partners rather than sponsors. Again, creation of job opportunities. The availability of renewable energy gives room for the growth of businesses. This gives job opportunities to individuals in the society who have no means of income. Furthermore, stimulating innovations. The use of renewable energy gives room for a lot of things, but one important one is stimulating innovations. It helps people to be creative. Individuals even invent devices that can enhance the use of renewable energy for the good of the country. To sum it all up, reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Transiting from oil exploration to the use of renewable energy benefits the country in a lot of ways. One of them is reducing greenhouse gas emissions. This improves the quality of the atmosphere and reduces the amount of toxins released into the atmosphere. With these valid points of mine, I know I've been able to tilt your mind to the direction that Nigeria should stop oil exploration and focus on the use of renewable energy. Thank you.
Standing on existing protocol, my name is Achille Nicole, a humble student of Regina Pacis College SS1. I'm here to defend the motion that Nigeria should stop oil exploration and focus on renewable energy sources. Here are my reasons why. Firstly, pollution. The oil exploration media, the industry, it takes a lot of efforts to create oil products like petroleum, bitumen, diesel. Now you think Nigeria, a country producing oil at mass every single day, emitting toxic gases that harm our environment, oil spill causing widespread diseases, making fishermen jobless, ruin our economy slowly. Renewable energy sources are not only much better, but much cleaner, more productive, and much safer for public health. Also, it creates healthy relationships. When Nigerians stop focusing on problems, stop stampeding each other when oil falls, when there's a loss of hardships, people start to be more breathable, more friendly with each other. That is when Nigeria will progress. And that can only be achieved if we stop focusing on expensive things like oil exploration and face renewable energy. Also, dependency on fossil fuels. Even though Nigeria is a country that is naturally blessed, we still import fossil fuels from various countries to aid oil exploration. Now, this costs us a lot of money that could be used in the education industry or infrastructure. And Nigeria doesn't really have so much money to spend given the sudden economic crash due to T-Pain. Furthermore, cost reduction. The oil exploration industry is very expensive. As of 2001, Nigeria lost 96 million naira worth of oil that was stolen, not remitted. In the same year, 53.37 million naira worth of oil was not accounted for due to fraud. We don't have so much money in this economy to focus on just one thing. Renewable energy, when adopted, of course, to be expensive at first, but to save time, safer, and to help us. In conclusion, with these indomitable points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you that Nigeria should stop oil exploration and focus on renewable energy sources. Thank you.
All protocols duly observed. My name is Ekweme Ejoma, and I'm here to propose the motion. Nigeria should stop oil exploration and focus on renewable energy. Firstly, degradation of the environment. Oil exploration has caused severe pollution, especially in the Niger Delta. Gas flaring, deforestation, and oil spills have served as a major factor in this pollution. Renewable energy sources are far healthier and safer for the human health and for the environment. Secondly, also provision of reliable electricity sources. Up to 40% of Nigerians do not have access to reliable electricity sources, but renewable energy sources such as solar mini grids, hydropowered electricity can produce 24 hours of reliable electricity both in remote and urban areas of Nigeria. Also, reduction of corruption. The oil the oil sector in Nigeria has been plagued with corruption, mismanagement of resources, and conflicts over management of resources. The the renewable energy investments are more decentralized, community driven, and help to reduce corruption in Nigeria. Also, preservation of natural habitats. The exploration of oil reduces the destroys the natural habitats of some animals and so also human beings. But renewable energy sources help to create habitats for other animals and also for human beings. With these points of mine, I would like to ask you, do you still think Nigeria should continue oil exploration? Thank you.
Like I said earlier, imagine the country depending solely on oil for its revenues. Due to the varieties that renewable energy provides, the country is able to fall back on any of the means for its for the good of the country, for the benefits of the country, for the good things that help the country to thrive. With these points of mine and my co-debaters, I know we have rightly defended the motion that Nigeria should stop oil exploration and focus on the use of renewable energy. Thank you.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, honorary timekeeper, and my fellow debaters. My name is Brighton Sophia Wano. We are from Government Secondary School, Wuye, FCT, Abuja. We are here to oppose the motion that says Nigeria should stop oil exploration and focus on renewable energy. First of all, what is oil exploration? Oil exploration is the process of searching for oil and natural gas deposits beneath the Earth's surface. Let me begin by stating clearly the idea of abandoning oil exploration entirely is not only unrealistic but also economically dangerous for Nigeria at this stage of development. While renewable energy sources are not yet sufficient to meet Nigeria's energy demand, especially for a country whose economy is so heavily dependent on it. Nigeria is Africa's largest oil producer, and the oil industry has been the backbone of our economy for decades. Over 90% of our export earnings and about 50% of government revenue comes from oil and gas. If we suddenly stop oil exploration, how will we fund infrastructure, education, healthcare, and even the development of renewable energy itself? It's like telling a man to stop working today because he won't start any business tomorrow without any savings, any equipment, or even a plan. The truth is, even in advanced countries, renewables still make up only a part of the energy mix, not the whole. Stopping oil exploration worsen unemployment and poverty. The oil sector provides jobs directly and indirectly to millions of Nigerians. Exploration activities support local businesses, contractors, engineers, drivers, and more. Stopping this will lead to mass job losses, unrest, and economic hardship. Let's not forget, a stable economy is the foundation for a long-term transition. Many say oil exploration is the cause of pollution. Let us not be too quick to blame oil exploration for the pollution in our land. That's like a carpenter blaming his hammer for a crooked chair. The tool is not the problem, the hands that made it are. Oil in itself is not the villain. The true enemy is corruption. The real culprit is mismanagement. When pipelines are left to rust, when spills are ignored, and when regulations are treated like mere suggestions, of course the environment suffers. But is it the oil that failed us, or is it the systems and the governments that looks the other way? Take the Niger Delta for example. For decades, this region has suffered devastating oil spills, not simply because oil is being explored, but because the response to spills is slow. Pipelines are poorly maintained, and community safety is regarded as an afterthought. So So let us be clear, it is not the presence of oil, but the absence of responsibility that has caused the damage. Rather than wage war on oil, let us declare war on negligence and on the corruption that turns opportunity into disaster. Thank you.
Expanding on already existing protocols, my name is Adeni Kolindi. We are here to oppose the motion that says that Nigeria should abandon oil exploration for renewable energy. While beginning on the point of the first speaker. First of all, oil is our lifeline. According to the OPEC in 2023, it says that oil accounts for over 80% of Nigeria government revenue and between 40 to 50% of our export revenue. Oil is not just one of our assets, it's the backbone of our economy. This oil is what funds infrastructure, national security, and public services of the people of Nigeria. So I put to the audience to imagine a Nigeria without oil. What would this lead to? This would lead to a Nigeria that is collapsed. A collapse in development, infrastructure, and stability of Nigeria as a whole. Secondly, while renewable energy might be a good investment, the reality is that it is not cheap. In fact, funding for renewable energies will come from oil exploration itself. This is because of the nature of renewable energies. First of all, solar energy is very expensive to build on a national scale. Hydropower is very expensive and requires massive capital and investment. Wind power is restricted by location, and finally, Nigerian national grid is too weak to power any of the sources of renewable energy. Thirdly, Nigeria has a global advantage in oil. According to OPEC in 2024, with over 66 billion feet of natural gas and 37 billion barrels of crude oil, Nigeria is the largest oil producer in Africa and the ninth largest in the world. So with a country with increasing poverty and unemployment rates, why should we abandon our only chance to turn the tables? Nigeria should continue oil exploration and avoid actions that will be detrimental to our economy. What's more, oil is still in demand. Also, according to OPEC in 2023, they predicted that oil will be in demand in Africa until 2045. So let us not abandon one of our economy's most reliable resources for renewable energy. It is like throwing away a certain reality for an uncertain dream. Thank you.
My name is Rafael and I stand as a third speaker to oppose the motion that says Nigeria should stop oil exploration and focus on renewable energy. Renewable energy is a vital component of our future, true, but stopping oil exploration can cause a lot of harm to Nigeria as an economy. Nigeria as an independent country should concentrate more on oil exploration than on renewable energy that is not fully developed and advanced yet. For the main point, firstly, revenue loss. All exports are significant sources of revenue for Nigeria's government, and stopping oil exploration will lead to financial losses. Secondly, job losses. The oil industry employs thousands of Nigerians, and abandoning oil exploration will lead to a wide range of job losses. Thirdly, investment and infrastructure. The oil industry has significant investments which cannot be abandoned without incurring a huge loss. Additionally, in terms of energy security, it reduces dependence on imports. Domestic oil production can help reduce the reliance on foreign oil energy, enhancing energy security. Secondly, stable energy supply. Oil exploration can help ensure a stable energy supply for future generations to come. Thirdly, innovation. Oil exploration drives technological innovation, such as advanced drilling and extraction techniques. In conclusion, not stopping oil exploration is important for Nigeria's sustainability, national development, and climate change in terms of revenue generation, job creation, investment, and infrastructure. So let's not stop one of our economies which earned and valued cells. Thank you.
As I conclude, I ask us to reflect deeply. Nigeria do not suffer because of oil. We suffer because of the way we handle it. We have fuel, we have oil, yet we import fuel. We have refineries, yet they barely work. Our people struggle to buy fuel while our crude is shipped abroad and sold to us at twice the price. But is it the fault of exploration? No, it is the result of decades of poor leadership and broken systems. Many say Nigeria should stop oil exploration. Let me be clear. You don't throw a baby with the bathwater. We don't abandon a blessing simply because we mishandled it. Ending oil exploration now would mean cutting off a vital source, not because it's no longer useful, but because we failed to manage manage it well. As Junior Echebe said wisely, the trouble with Nigeria is simply and squarely a failure of leadership. So, oil didn't fail us, the leadership did. And the solution is not to walk away from oil, but to work towards better governance, stronger institutions, and smarter investments. So we stand to say, let us not bury our most valuable resource because we mishandle it. Let us rise, rebuild, and refine. And let oil finally serve the people, not just the powerful. Thank you.